Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me let the people in the Discord know that we're live as well. Everybody come through. Somebody wake up Wim. Everybody wake up. Hold up, y'all. Let me let everybody know we're live. Oh, man. Oh, man. Y'all, good morning, everyone. We are live now. We are live now. Discord, wake the F up. Hurry up, Discord. Let's go. We up, we up, we up, we up. Everybody, we are live now. Is everybody here? Who's here? Wake up. Wake up your neighbors. Tell them to come over. Just joking. Don't wake up your neighbors. We got another one, you guys. And okay. I'm wondering if this is somebody we already know because it's filed under Jane Doe. I don't have the paperwork yet. Shout out to Vicky, my mom, who gave me the heads up on this. Thank you, Vicky, for this. So, hey, Mel, thank you for gifting a membership. Aw, guys, if you got a membership from Mel, please put a heart in the chat, please, and thank you, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're up. We're all the way up. Kim, I'm still working on your on the design, by the way. I just want to give you a heads up. I just haven't emailed you yet. My Canva has been acting a little bit weird, and that's kind of how I do my designs on the shirts. So please note that. I haven't forgotten about you. Yes. Well, Mel, you just got it started. Listen, for those that are coming in, listen, Linda. Where are we at? Hold up. Where's it at? Listen, Linda. Listen, this is what we got going on today.
Another one.
We got another one. They just keep coming.
Another one.
They keep coming. I don't understand. It's like one after another. Yes, we got another one. We got another one.
Another one.
This shit ain't even funny, honestly. Think about it. It's really, really not funny. Thank you, Kraken. I definitely will. There were some issues with my Canva, but hopefully I can get it worked out. I know Kim did some beautiful designs for our channel for shirts, so I want to upload those and hopefully we can get those going and whatnot. But yes, is it different from yesterday? Yes, it is. It is a different lawsuit than from yesterday. TMZ just reported this at about 8 in the morning. So let's get into what TMZ just said. And I am looking for these docs. So if anybody sees them, please shoot me an email. Let me know, please, and thank you. You said how deep this rabbit hole goes. Nobody knows. So let me tell you guys something. Well, welcome, Disciple. Shout out to Disciple. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a good day too. So somebody told me, like, Rabbit, I know you don't like Tubi, but don't sleep on Tubi. There's something in the Tubi you gotta watch. So I did do a reaction. Oh, let me move my camera over here. This shit is like right here. I did do a reaction to the Tubi thing, and it is uploading, but it's literally an hour, and it's got to go through the checks and make sure that we're following all copyright stuff. So that will probably drop today, hopefully, if the copyright and TMZ doesn't strike the shit out of my channel. Hopefully that'll be up today. I got a little bit of commentary to give. Yes, and I got pregnant. That's what it reads. Y'all ready for this? Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Wake up, get your coffee, please, and thank you. I'm giving the people some time to get in here. That's why I'm not starting right away. But it's been like crazy, man. Thank you, Vicky, again. It's been crazy with this Diddy stuff and everything. Thank you, Pika, for putting that trigger warning, honestly. So I want to give the people some time to get in here before I start, because I know people are going to be like, what's going on? What happened? What do we got going on? We have another one. My friends, we have another one.
Another one.
Every time we have a lawsuit, we got to play that little sound bite. We have another one. Oh my God. Wim's like, okay, I'm here. Shout out to Wim. Okay, so TMZ just dropped another lawsuit this morning, and I'm looking for the actual paperwork. So, new Diddy lawsuit. He drugged and assaulted her, or assaulted me. and I got pregnant. Literally dropped this morning. The 20s today is the 27th, right? I think so. Diddy is facing a new lawsuit filed by a woman who claimed the rap mogul drugged and assaulted her and continues to menace and intimidate her. Okay. And continues to menace and intimidate her. New documents filed Friday, which is that today? That would be today. Oh, man. And obtained by TMZ, a Jane Doe claimed that Bad Boy Records found her repeatedly assaulted her over a 4-year period and says one of the encounters even resulted in her getting pregnant. But she ended up suffering a miscarriage. The anonymous woman, represented by attorney Joseph, is it Siaco? Man, these attorneys. Hold up. Now let's look up this attorney real quick. Joseph. Oh shit. Okay. Not now. Let's see. Why does his face look familiar to me? Do I know him? Is it this guy? It's not that guy. It can't be that guy. Anyways, I think it is this guy. He's from New York. He looks familiar. Has he given commentary about the Diddy situation? He very much looks familiar. Oh, wait. Okay, so let's get back to the article. Claims, so the attorney claims that she met Diddy overseas in fall of 2020 and was invited to join the rapper on an all expenses paid trip. The woman says she saw Diddy regularly between 2021 this year. The woman says she saw Diddy regularly between 2021 and 2022, with the rapper and his team arranging for her to meet up with him at his homes in Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and various locations. However, she claims she did not travel at her own volition, claiming Diddy and his staff would use coercive and harassing language to make her agree. She says drivers would show up at her home to take her to Diddy, which left her feeling like she didn't have a choice in the matter. The woman alleged Diddy also used spiked alcoholic beverages as a way to force her to do his bidding, saying Diddy forced her to have encounters in April of 2022 while she was at his home in LA. That's what I'm saying. Like, how did that happen? Because weren't we like on lockdown? This would, yeah, like this is within the time frame. I'm kind of wondering about like both of these questions too. Did she press charges or she just like what is she? Anyways, let me keep reading. Okay. Did he force her to have encounters in April of 2022 while she was at his home in LA? Now, she claims to have sustained physical injuries from her encounters with Diddy, including one during spring of 2022 visit where she says she was left with purple bruises and a bite mark on her feet. She says she does not remember how she got those injuries. Thank you, Vicky, for this. Yeah, I mean, clearly Diddy didn't follow any any rules. clearly. The woman also accuses Diddy of forcing her to take ketamine and other drugs in July of 2022, which resulted in her blacking out. It was after that alleged incident that she says she got pregnant. Oh man. According to the suit, one of Diddy's associates called her repeatedly, harassing her to get an abortion, but she says she ultimately suffered a miscarriage. She says she tried to get space from Diddy after the miscarriage, but Diddy would allegedly harass her with phone calls, texts until she agreed to see him, which she claimed continued until July 2024. Deborah, I could see you, girl. I could see you. Absolutely. This is so correct. So, yeah, just 2 months ago. That's what I'm trying to understand. Wow. The woman says she feared for her safety during this time. Having witnessed Diddy slapped and abuse other women, she also alleged she found some way to track her location and monitor her conversations. She claimed Diddy continued to contact her to this day, attempting to control her and intimidate her. Well, isn't that what he was trying to do with Don Richards, with Danity Kane, with, former Danity Kane? Like when he was calling her, how many times? It was in the like at least 50 times. The woman says she suffered trauma, financial injury, physical injury, and is seeking unspecified amount in damages. We reached out to Diddy's rep for comment. So far, no word back. Well, he is currently locked up. TMZ, I don't know if like a message could be sent to him. Do you have word? No, I'm locked up. Okay, well, shit. Okay. Oh my God. I don't see anybody else talking about this. Hold up. Jane Doe lawsuit. If anybody has anybody seen Vicky, I don't know if we've seen anything filed, anything yet. I haven't seen anything yet. I went to check. Now it doesn't surprise me, y'all. Let me get some tissue real quick because I gotta blow my nose. Right quick, right quick. Ooh, with the weather changing, the weather's changing, y'all. So it's like my face is a little bit crazy today. Um Well, there's many more. There are many, many more that are probably just kind of going through this, and people are coming out and saying what they have to say and everything. But, we're not thinking about any recent allegations. A lot of the people are focused on what happened in the past, honestly. We're not thinking about like what's been recent, what's been said, and whatnot. So the woman says she saw Diddy regularly between 2021 and 2022. So I'm kind of wondering if there's been a lot of people that have come out and have said different things and whatnot. But I do wonder if, like, what about current situations? Because clearly, this man, he hasn't just stopped, partying, or he hasn't just stopped saying, like, I'm gonna stop abusing women. Like, he's never really stopped. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering why that's happening. I mean, it's a lot that's happening, and the people are kind of wondering too, right? The further we get down this rabbit hole, the more gross it gets. They aren't enough showers or baths to get rid of the disgust. Yeah, right, Cece. Like it's like you can't get rid of this feeling of just feeling disgusting. The more crazy things that we hear, but that should just tell you, you guys, this is how deep this industry is. This is how deep this industry goes. Like, shout out to Night Charm. I don't know, Night Charm, if you're in the chat, but Night Charm emailed me. Lovely T went over and she explained how like there was this cover of Death Row, and in the back there's like some art that really makes you question just like the craziness of the industry and the different things that people do in this industry. And I might have to show you guys. I had never see I don't remember ever seeing this artwork on any Death Row type of record, but apparently it's there, and Lovely T covered it. So shout out to Lovely T for that. But let me say this, okay? We're going to see a lot of people, and it reads that it's Jane Doe, so it could be Daphne, okay, 50 Cent's ex, or it could be Gina Brown, or excuse me, Gina, Chris Brown's ex, or it could be any of the people that went on to speak or that have spoken out just recently, guys. So we're probably going to get a lot of people that are going to be attesting to different things that have been happening in this industry. I'm not surprised whatsoever. I don't know about you guys. I'm not, that things are current and things are happening as we speak. Hold up, y'all. Let me let everybody know we are live. We are live now on this channel. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Ingrid. Hey, it's supposed to be Tupac's album. It was shot down by the label. I saw that. Did you see the let me go. I don't know how much. I mean, look, listen, Lovely T is a much bigger channel than I am, but she did a really good cover and she talked about, I didn't even know. Show you guys what I'm talking about, okay? This is the cover. This is Lovely T's channel. You guys check her out. I've been following Lovely T for a couple years, and she shows the album cover. I'm gonna just let her play.
And basically, on the back of that album cover, this was the original one. It wasn't approved for the masses. And this is why. It shows Notorious B.I.G. as a pig. And then it shows Diddy in a tutu, in a dress.
Look at that.
So, showing that Diddy.
Like, it is too explicit. Look at that. Like, oh my God. Were there some messaging behind that happened? What happened there? What had happened then? That's what I want to know. But now that we have this information here, like, this goes deep, you guys. This goes deep. And then she was made to terminate the pregnancy. Well, she miscarried, but it sounded like they wanted her to terminate this pregnancy. Let me read some of the comments. Thank you, Pika, for greeting everybody. Shout out to you. I guess it was scratch when this album came out and whatnot. So it's a lot. I didn't want to show a whole lot because I don't want us to get like taken down. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting clips out there of just the industry. There's somebody that tagged me on a Lil Wayne clip. That Lil Wayne clip is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to show it to you guys too, because it's like everybody's coming out of the woodworks. Everybody's coming out and saying different things, you guys. And I'm sorry, but it's getting exposed. How do you guys feel like if you were following this industry or listen to the music or engaged in this, what do you guys feel is like happening here? What's next? What's going to happen? Where do you guys stand with this? Let me know what you think. Are you guys surprised? I just want to know. You said the mayor of New York is big fish. Do you think Diddy ratted him out? I'm wondering, Cheryl, I'm wondering too, if we're going to listen, if I was Diddy, I would be ratting everybody out to save my own little ass. I really would. I'm going to rat everybody out to save my ass, to get like a little deal, a little sweetheart deal, something. I am going to talk because if I am facing, hey, you guys know that he's possibly facing the death penalty based on how New York law is written. So it's not a joke. He's facing years, if not the death penalty, if found guilty. Okay. So this is not like, oh, he's going to get out of this. I don't think so. I don't think so. Diddy is really done, honestly. I mean, slowly we've seen what has happened with R. Kelly. We've seen certain unveilings, and slowly people have come out during the R. Kelly. R. Kelly has been, people are still talking about R. Kelly as we speak, and people are still thinking that R. Kelly's going to just walk away free. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think everything has been sealed with R. Kelly. I think we're done with R. Kelly as well. There's nothing else. I'm sorry. Like, he's just not getting out of there. Yes, the message is clear to me. Diddy in a tutu. And you guys have to understand how sexuality was viewed in the industry, especially men. Like, it's very like black and white. And maybe Diddy was bisexual and it was kind of like he couldn't really talk about it. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's what it is. Even now, men can't really, it's hard for men to really talk about and come out and fully address stuff like that. So maybe he was into that, and that's what happened. I don't know. The whole damn industry, honestly. Another day, another Diddy lawsuit. Rinse and repeat. Diddy is pure evil, says Lamb Chop. Oh my God. It wasn't really a secret well kept. These things have been around forever. They got more careful posts. #MeToo. Only difference. Right. If everything he did was consensual, I wouldn't have a problem. That's the thing, Shauna B. Like, if these individuals got into consensual relationships and people weren't drugged or made to sign NDAs, or there were, law enforcement wasn't involved and it wasn't like a thing like this, then what would be the issue? These would be just adults. And if it wasn't like they're drugged and they're being flown out of state, trafficked, or they're, different things are happening, this would be a nothing burger. Honestly, it would be a nothing situation. And that's the thing that really like gets to me about this, because it's like, now wait a minute. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I love how when Aubrey O'Day did her interview with TMZ, she said, this isn't about whether Diddy's gay or somebody's sexuality. The feds don't raid your house because this is the lifestyle that you're choosing. There's actual criminal intent behind what has happened. And people tend to miss that element. And that's what the Tubi documentary was about. And let me see if it's uploaded, because if it's uploaded, we might even play clips here so I could tell you guys what it's giving. Hold up. Hopefully, they're still doing checks on it. So while we're live, we might go to it. It just depends. Hopefully those copyright checks are checked out. You said, I'm definitely not surprised. I have been talking about this for years, and I'm surprised about is that Diddy is the only one who's been arrested so far. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's been a couple of, as far as the height of where Diddy's at in this industry. Yes. I'm surprised that it's taken. Well, I'm upset that it's taking this long. Not surprised. I'm upset that it's taking this long to figure this out, if that makes sense, Callie, honestly. Because it's like, we know people are saying about Jay-Z. I want to know about Jay-Z too, honestly. Because people don't get up to where they're at just because it's not artistry anymore. It's not about artistry. It's about who are you, harming in the way? Who are you hurting? Whose, soul have you damaged? That's what this is about. You said, hold up. I'm hopeful, just not faithful in our justice system. More will go down, just not all, in my opinion. I agree with you in that, Petty. I definitely agree with you. Definitely. They're looking at, yeah, I heard about this too, right, Miss Faye? I'm not surprised. These sick people have a God complex and think they can do whatever they want. That's the problem, right? It's this like, I'm untouchable God complex that, if you follow certain artists, and when they're starting out, they're like, oh, they're so down to earth. They're so humble. They're good people. And then suddenly something happens. Is it the money? Is it the drugs? And believe it or not, every like movie that you watch, I'm thinking of various movies where they give this documentary or like this commentary about somebody who was an artist before they started and what they were like and how they never sold themselves. And then suddenly they made it big and then they sold themselves. Something happened in between, right? It's like the tale that keeps repeating itself. Rem says, listen, as much as I want to blame all those people who didn't say anything before, I have to say, since Diddy wasn't afraid to unalive people, I just might stay quiet. I hope I would have the courage. Thank you, Rem. I would agree with you on that. Would agree. You just don't really know. Yeah, I think so. Comment, Diddy's done. Diddy's done. Hey, Grandma says, Rabbit and everyone in the chat, make sure you take care of your own mental health. Absolutely. Why are you hearing all these Diddy stuff? Your mental health. Yeah. I thank you, Grandma, for this, because like I said, like some of the stuff that we've been covering this week is tough. Excuse yourself and give yourself permission to take care of yourself. It's important. Thank you, Grandma. Rabbit, he didn't get away with this for 30 years without help. I hope the rest will fall. JC, etc. I agree. Let's see. A big irony and epiphany I had today. Snoop, Ice-T, Ice Cube, all literal gang members back in the day going into the industry, and not even they have caused the terror Diddy has. Oh my gosh. That's the other thing too. It would be different. Like each individual, I mean, if you look at them individually, they'll have something that they've, talked about. Maybe there's a skeleton. They address it. They don't, depending. Maybe they do time. It just really depends. But I've never seen it to the magnitude of Diddy. I mean, R. Kelly was pretty big, but not to the magnitude of Diddy. And honestly, if you think about it, Diddy doesn't have the supporters that R. Kelly has, that have publicly spoken out. Okay. That have publicly spoken out as much. You have some, but in this situation, people don't want to get in trouble because it goes deep. Honestly, it goes deep. Beth, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Shout out to Beth. Now, I just saw that Wim gifted memberships as well. Oh my gosh. Miss Faye, thank you for being a member for 4 months. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. If you guys got a membership from Wim, please put a heart in the chat, please, and thank you. There's a delay on my computer, so sorry if I'm not getting all the messages right away. You say we've been hearing about Diddy since the 80s. Since the 80s, you guys. I mean, the people have willfully looked away into certain things. That's what they have, you know. They have looked away. They have acted like this never happened. It just keeps coming and coming. We just had another lawsuit from an inmate who says that, you know, she was violated by Diddy. Okay. These lawsuits keep coming. We have another one. Yes, for those that are coming through, we have another one. You know, Wendy Williams, thank yous. Abraham's like, the gays don't want him. Keep him. Shout out to Abraham. Abraham's like, I have spoken. Wendy Williams, who we have, you know, and I say we because I think that when situations like this happen, we tend to like, well, you know, it only takes one person. There's a conservatorship, and then everybody wants to shut everybody down and put them away. And, you know, if she's doing well, I'm happy that she's doing well. I don't know Wendy Williams personally to say that she's doing well. I have a lot of questions about her own mental health and the people that are surrounded and this little conservatorship network of judges and lawyers, because I did look into that and I did a video on that and I dropped it on Twitter and everybody was like, wow, I didn't know that. And everybody was loving that video. So shout out to them. There is a network. And so to me, this Wendy Williams has been telling us for years. Now we have these storytellers on YT claiming her stories as their own. But she's been saying it. She said it a lot longer. And what happened to Wendy? She got shut up, you guys. She got shut down. You can't talk. Like, how dare you talk? That's what this is about. So we need to be careful and mindful. Miss Faye says, Diddy's words that didn't age well. I'm the freest and in shoot. Well, thank you for the 999, Miss Faye. Yeah, I mean, I don't say that word here, so but I appreciate you misspelling it. I don't know what to say. It's crazy. He said it on TV too, and I'm sure it was permitted, right? Mel, thank you for the 199. Thank you. Shout out to you, Mel. You can't talk. You can't talk. Absolutely. And so that's why when Miss Vicky says over here, you know, Wendy Williams has been saying this for the longest time, and she's been speaking out, and she's under this like conservatorship. Ray J better take note. Now, Ray J's over here. Oh my. Ray J. Look. Ray J. He's over here wearing two suits and ties, looking like he's going to church, talking to News Nation, trying to teach Chris Cuomo about how, you know, Suge Knight is very reputable about the things that he says. I'm like, Ray J, I'm going to need you to worry about the fact that you're coaching your kids when stuff is going down with you and your wife, you know, or ex-wife Princess. I'm going to need you to worry about that instead of coming on News Nation wearing your, you know, nice little suit, acting all professional. Now, I'm not hating. I just think that, you know, I just side-eye Ray J so much when it comes to this because, yeah, like, Ray J, in my opinion, was used by the Kardashians. I do think that he was taken advantage of to a certain degree by these Kardashians. Please don't get me wrong on that. But at the same time, I feel like Ray J is such a big part of the problem in this industry as well. And that's the piece that we are not really paying attention to. And so because Chris Cuomo can't really talk about this, you know, East Coast, West Coast, what happened back in the day, he has to bring on Ray J, and Ray J is giving commentary. I mean, Ray J knows this stuff too. He was around that time. Absolutely. So I don't take that away from him. I just side eye because I'm like, Ray J, you got way too much going on. And Miss Cat, thank you for being a member for 25 months. Aw, thank you. Look at that's like forever and a day. Yo, guys, please put some hearts in the chat. Thank you so much, love. Shout out to all my Miss Cat's a day one for me. She's been supporting my channel for a long time. Did somebody see in the chat they found the documents? Because I can't find them. But then again, I get locked out of Pacer all the time. Who's got the documents? Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Kiva, I'm driving. I'm sending voice messages. Shout out to Kiva. Can you please be safe, Kiva? Shout out to Kiva, you guys. Can Ahmad drop Kiva's channel as well? Because she's also covering some of this stuff as well. And Danny Robertson, so you guys know where to go when you want to find some really great information. Eminem's been calling Diddy for a long, long time. That's true. That is very true. That's true. Ray J is Brandy's little brother. He's a celebrity by association. I mean, the Norwood family is pretty huge, They are in the industry as well. So I do wonder about the Norwoods. I'm not gonna lie. And I do feel like that Miss Norwood, okay, Ray J's mom has tried to do right by the situation and has tried to, really show her son the right way of doing things, but to a certain degree, he's kind of fallen through the cracks at times, but she can only do so much. As a mom, you can only do so much to protect your kids. You know what I mean? Yeah, what happened to Whitney? I don't know. Ask Ray J, because that's another one too. Maybe that's just a big conspiracy theory and whatever. But there's a lot to be said there. What do you guys think about that? My goodness. One of these folks from Love and Hip Hop Miami lives in the building. He used to have long dreads. Okay. So let me say this. I'm looking into this a little bit more. But y'all notice that these one-hit wonders that are part of Diddy's camp or associated with Diddy's camp go to Love and Hip Hop. It's kind of a theme here, right? These like one-hit wonders, maybe music producers, maybe they did it one time, maybe, like they tried and whatever. They always go to Love and Hip Hop. And I've always kind of wondered, well, what financials is going on here between Diddy and Mona Scott and all these people that were running the show? Now, I remember watching Love and Hip Hop. It was probably one of the shows that I watched a lot. But I always thought that it was weird, in my opinion, that you always had like, Kalina was on Love and Hip Hop and she was part of Diddy Dirty Money, right? You had all these people that Stevie J was in Love and Hip Hop. You had all these people in Love and Hip Hop, and somehow were able to go from like being associated with Diddy to then stepping into Love and Hip Hop. There's something to be said about that whole little network right there, an association. You still watch Love and Hip Hop? I have not since, hell, I think the last episode was way before I started my YouTube channel. Way before I started my YouTube channel. It's crazy. Yeah, Stevie J. I mean, he was all over on Love and Hip Hop. It was just too much. Puff Daddy's 1-year-old child mother worked in it. He probably made her use her skills to hack this new victim's phone and so on, says Layla. You got to go to Love. You got to go see Mona Scott's financials. I'm just saying, like, did she get any kind of like investment with this? Did she anything? I always thought, thank you, Survive the Kool-Aid. I always thought that what was going on with Wendy Williams was so sus. It really stunk to a high heaven. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You said, well, I have a video. So let me tell you guys something, okay? This is why I did my little commentary. And let me see if it's giving us, I'm going to try to see if I can play some of it here, okay? If we won't get, they're doing the checks and restrictions. Okay, so let me tell you guys what I did. Stevie J gave an interview to Tubi in this little TMZ video, okay? And he addresses a couple of the allegations that have been put out there about him. Well, he talked about that one picture in the lawsuit that was him that Tyrone Blackburn put out there about him. So we got to look into that too, because Stevie J says that's not me. And he's essentially standing by Diddy still. He's going to stand. He was present when the Diddy raids happened. Stevie J was. So he's very much important to this picture and everything that he's doing. Very much so. Very much so. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that too. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering. That's what I'm saying. Another one. Yeah, we have another one. All right. So Greg and Nancy, thank you so much for becoming members. Shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Thank you. All right. So for those that are coming through, because I know I got some people just now getting here saying another one. Yes, yes. Let me break it down one more time and read this again while we wait for this Tubi thing to upload and see if we can watch some clips. Okay. This is what we have going on.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
We have another one. We have another lawsuit.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Yesterday, we read another lawsuit.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
And these lawsuits just keep coming through and through and through. So we have another one. Now, this one I think is it's filed under Jane Doe. All right. Keep that in mind. Jane Doe. So new lawsuit basically quotes that he drugged and sexually assaulted me. All right. And I got pregnant. That's what happened. So this literally broke this morning on TMZ. This is why we're reading it now. Diddy's facing a new lawsuit filed by a woman who claimed that the rap mogul drugged and assaulted her and continues to menace and intimidate her. Now, in new documents filed Friday, which would be today, this lawsuit was filed today, ahora, okay, viernes, Friday, and obtained by TMZ. Jane Doe claimed that Bad Boy Record founder repeatedly assaulted her over a 4-year period and says one of the encounters even resulted in her getting pregnant. But she ended up suffering a miscarriage. Okay, keep that in mind. The anonymous woman, represented by attorney Joseph, is a Siaco? Listen, y'all, let me pronounce it in the chat. I want y'all to tell me how I said his last name. But I feel like I know this attorney. I've seen him around. We were just talking about that. I said, I feel like I've seen this attorney around, at least the name. Claims that she met, so the attorney is claiming that Jane Doe met Diddy overseas in the fall of 2020. This 2020, all right? This, like, it wasn't like 1998. No, this was recent. These are recent things, okay? And was invited to join the rapper in an all expenses paid trip. All right. Now, the woman says that she saw Diddy regularly between 2021 and 2022 with the rapper and his team arranging for her to meet up with him at his home in Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and other various locations. Okay. However, she claims she did not travel at her own volition. Claiming Diddy and his staff would use coercive and harassing language to make her agree. She says drivers would show up at her home to take her to Diddy, which left her feeling like she didn't have a choice in the matter. The woman alleges Diddy also used a spiked alcoholic beverage as a way to force her to his bidding, saying Diddy forced her to have sexual intercourse in April of 2022. So literally like 2 years ago, okay? Around that time, COVID time. Some of you guys were saying, you know, this is around the restrictions. I mean, clearly the restrictions did not apply to the rich. You know what I mean? Like they were able to still fly. They found a way to get along and go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they figured it out. So keep that in mind. That's why those they were able to do what they had to do, if that makes sense, during this time. Okay. So he forced her to have intercourse in April of 2022 while she was at his home in LA. Now, she claims to have sustained physical injuries from her encounters with Diddy, including one during spring of 2022 visit, where she says she was left with purple bruises and a bite mark on her feet. I do wonder, does she have pictures? Like, I don't know if this was reported to the police, so that's another question that I have. But keep that in mind that, you know, she was left with some injuries. She says she does not remember how she got the injuries, but it sounds like she's saying it's a result of this, you know, encounter that she had with Diddy. The woman also accuses Diddy of forcing her to take ketamine and other drugs in July of 2022, which resulted in her blacking out. It was after that alleged incident that she says she got pregnant. Oh, man. According to the suit, one of Diddy's associates called her repeatedly harassing her to get an abortion. But she says she ultimately suffered a miscarriage. Hey, Monica. Thank you, Red. Thank you for telling the people to hit the like button. Shout out to you, love. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, this is what had happened. I believe, listen, there's no reason, in my opinion, like, you know, we're going to get the facts. We're going to get the lawsuits. We're going to be able to review all this information. We're going to see pictures. We're going to see different things. Like this is that, right? We're going to be able to review this hopefully at some point, right? But I want to understand, like there's a lot of questions that I have. Now, the thing about this lawsuit that I think makes it different than the other lawsuits, clearly there's a lot more people that haven't spoken out that Diddy might have done something just within the last decade, right? Not just in 1998, 1999, 2001. No, in just the last couple years, because she's alleging that she was threatened and, this was going on. I believe it. How many times did Diddy not call Don Richards when this whole situation, when this thing happened with the bail hearing, right? It was said in the hearing, the prosecutor said that Diddy called Don Richards, Kalina Harper, a couple people when all of this was coming about. So he's known to call people up, pay people off, make things disappear. He's been doing it for years. For years, right? Like it didn't just happen. It didn't just happen. Okay. We've been knowing it. And people have willfully looked away from this. People have said, no, I don't believe it. Diddy's my friend. I'm standing by Diddy. He's had people speak out in defense of him for many, many years. Okay. The Creep Squad, they've spoken out. It's one thing because as we see some of these pictures of the white parties and everything, and Damon Dash had said, there's the white party over here, and then there's or the party over here, and then there's the other party, the after party. Diddy has said so himself, right? He said, you got that one party, then you got this party, right? And maybe that's the case. Maybe not everybody participated in the freak offs, but they sure as hell knew about it, right? They sure as hell knew that if they were to stay after midnight, after 1 p.m., then what? Something would have happened, right? That's it. You said the comments are not fact-based and mostly conspiracy theories and stereotypes, which are misleading and mostly propaganda. No facts or evidence. Let me know what part the article is not. In your opinion, you don't believe that the article is real, that there was a lawsuit that's been filed. Let me know what you mean. I'd like to explore your comment a little bit more. Shout out to you. And by the way, yeah, opinions aren't facts. Facts ain't defamation, and opinions aren't facts, right? This is commentary, okay? But everybody here, all the people that are watching on Twitter, all the 700 plus people, 600, whatever the number is, you guys have your own opinions. Now, are your opinions fact? No. They're just your opinions. This is what you've come about to determine where you got, right? Like that's your opinion. And we're entitled to it. That's what I'm going to say about that. You said, I do feel that the after parties existed. That is why certain people intentionally left before it got freaky. Jim, but do you think, if you knew that they existed, okay? Let me give you guys an example. In my 20s, I love to go nightclubbing. I was out nightclubbing all the time. Thank you, Night Charm, for this. Shout out to you, Night Charm. Thank you for emailing me. That's what I did. However, there were situations where people left the club and I'm sure that they wanted to go do whatever they wanted to do, right? I don't know. I wasn't there with them, but I went home. I said, no, listen, I had my little drinky drink. I did my little thing, whatever, dropped it like it's hot, come back home, go to bed, do it all over tomorrow again. That's what you did, right? But I'm sure that there were other people that had after parties that had, their little stuff going on. But to me, being in my 20s, and if I had a friend, and this has happened, you have a friend that drinks too much, I'm going to look out for my friend, right? That has happened before, where my friend drank too much and it was a compromising situation. Guess what I did? I pulled her ass out of that situation, okay? That's what you do, okay? And if they had done something to her, you better believe I'm going to stand by my friend and speak out. I don't care if she consented. No, if she's drugged, there's no consenting with that. Okay. You can't consent and be drugged. That is what you do. Now, nowadays, in this new generation, people don't believe in that. People just let people do whatever the hell they want to do. No, if you come with a friend, you go into the nightclub or a party or whatever, you leave with your friends. And that's what I've taught my children. I'm like, listen, I know you're going to have your little face. Everybody has their little face, right? You don't let your friends just, you go together, okay? You leave together. That's what you do. Thank you. Instead, all these dudes got a Ghislaine that helps them, or a Ghislaine. I know people came at me for saying her name wrong, but shout out to you guys. But you're right. They had a little Maxwell helping them. They did. They did. Yeah, you partied too. You did. That's absolutely, you know that if you're really into blow, cake, etc., it's kind of a gateway into these sorts of sorted affairs. Thank you, Steve, for saying that. Number one rule: teach your children, especially now, because they're going to go through this phase that they're going to go and party. Thank you for saying this. Riley Strand is a great example of why you got to stay together. You stay together. Okay. That's what you do. If you notice shit is going down, hey, maybe don't drink so much and keep an eye on your friend. That's what you do. You take one for the team. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. Especially now that you can put things into drinks and things start tasting a little funny. And, you never really know. You never really know. That's why you got to be careful. You think J-Lo filled that role at some point? Excuse me. I got to wonder with everything that happened. The thing about J-Lo is, and why I get on J-Lo's ass, and I'll say it again, okay? I don't know if she knew that Diddy was like all the way like this. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't know if she knew all this. But she knows now, right? She knows now that she's got her little minions that are going into, a source within the J-Lo camp is really worried about her career, right? Girl, you need to talk. Like, you need to talk. I don't know if she knew all the shit that Diddy was doing when they were together, but I do know that that according to what she said, Diddy was unfaithful to her. That's what's been put out there. I believe that Diddy was unfaithful to her. I also believe that J-Lo is a person that, thought that she could control this man as well. I mean, that's what I think. But she knows now, so she doesn't speak now. She has not yet given a statement. She has not yet given a statement, and she can't say that she didn't profit from Diddy's career. She can't say that Diddy didn't help her. Diddy absolutely fucking helped her. There were songs that were given to J-Lo from Diddy that he took from other artists. Diddy absolutely helped her. And when somebody builds your career this way, you need to say something, okay? Now, some people have said, well, maybe she's a victim. Maybe she is. I don't know. She could be. But to me, she has accepted this lifestyle and everything that has been given to her with this lifestyle. You don't get to sit down and be quiet when people need your help. Now, in 2001, Talia Graves, who filed this recent lawsuit, she alleges that she was assaulted by Diddy and Joseph Sherman. Okay. That was the Gloria Allred lawsuit. Okay. Well, around that time frame, they were, I think, about to split around that time frame. And I was looking at time frames. So the split between them happened in February of 2001. This alleged assault happened either when exactly? That's the time frame that we need to figure out. J-Lo got married in September of 2001 to Chris Judd. So she was just leaving that relationship and then got married real quick. And allegedly, Diddy assaulted this woman sometime in that time frame. If I was J-Lo, okay? J-Lo's not a girl's girl, okay? But if I was J-Lo, because I care about people and what's going on and what's being said, I would at the very least make a statement and say something to the effect of, listen, I understand that one of my closest friends, Diddy, she can admit to the fact that they were close. There's nothing wrong with that. Is currently facing this situation. As somebody that wants to wait for the trial, for the things to, fizzle out or things to be exposed, I am choosing to stay silent. However, I want people to understand that I stand for the truth. She doesn't have to say she stands for victims. She could just say, I stand for the truth, whatever that outcome may be. That either puts JLo in a situation where people are going to side eye her, but they're going to understand that, okay, she doesn't want to throw Diddy under the bus, but she understands that Diddy's going through something right now. So she's not going to take a side at this point. There is nothing wrong with people making a statement about where they stand. Hell, Stevie J made a statement on this Tubi documentary. At the very least, he might not be a good statement or somebody that I appreciate a statement from, but he made a statement. You know what I mean? You have to give that to Stevie J, that at the very least, he made a statement. And you can't, you can't be mad about that. Honestly, you can't. That's just my thought on that. But okay, hold up. Now, let me see what you guys are saying. Hold up. You said we are assuming that J-Lo has a conscience. She could, Casper. I mean, that's true. That is true. I think he put an illegal gun in her purse like the others allege. He made her an accomplice so that she couldn't talk. That makes her a victim too. Maybe she didn't know most of this beyond that night. That's very true, Valerie. That could very well be the case. We don't know. But at this point is when she doesn't say anything, it leaves people to assume, a lot. And I don't blame anybody for assuming. We all used to pile in a car. We went to the club, had fun, and left together. I was always the sober one. The worst that happened on my watch was a drunken bikini contest at Leonardo's. Oh my God, pinche Becky. Oh my God. Well, there you go. He says, y'all, I'm really curious if the involvement in the tragedy will come back to bite her. I think it will. I think that the industry is really shaken because the thing about Diddy is that he used to film everybody. He used to film everybody at his house. So if any of these people come out in a film, you guys, like this is going to be the downfall of an industry and not just in the music. You talking about movies? You talking about entertainment? Like it's some politicians, the church people. Oh my God. The church people are coming down. I'm telling you, this is going to be the downfall of it all. Vina says, I watched Wendy Williams talk about JLo and the gun, and she said cops saw a female hand throw the gun out of the window. She was the only female in the SUV. Venus, that should have been in all caps, love. That should have been in all caps. Because there was a lot more people that saw what had happened. There was a lot more people. The CEOs, that's right. They're all coming down. All of them. Rabbit, if she makes a statement, she has to pick a side. No way you can defend him after the video of him beating her. That's true. But the reason why I gave her this little out, Abraham, is because she doesn't, if she didn't come out when the Cassie video was said, she's not going to come out now that he's been arrested. Like J-Lo is, like I said, she's not a girl's girl. Like she might be out there projecting and, doing all the videos and I'm going through a divorce. I can't deal with this. Yada, 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 bitch. No. Because when all this shit was going down, you were right there. You loved it. You loved, being part of the culture. You loved taking from that. And then you conveniently become, the girl from the Bronx when it's convenient to you, when it's convenient to her, when she needs the people. That's what happened. I see it. She wants to bring up her Selena role when it's convenient, when she wants to attract the, Mexican American, population into something. That's me. I see it. I think she's just trash. And it's unfortunate because I really do think that she could have really made her something out of herself. Edward James almost, okay? Edward James said something that was very interesting when I was doing some research. He said, J-Lo really needs to make more of an attempt to gauge the Latino population because they do look up to her. I agree. I think she sold herself out a long, long time ago. It was one thing when, she did On the Six, but honestly, and I'm not making this shit up, I can pull, Edward James got some pushback for making this statements about J-Lo, he got a lot of pushback. Let me see. And you guys know, I mean, Edward James played Selena's dad in Selena. Here it is. Edward James almost criticizes Jennifer Lopez, calls her out for lack of Latino-ness. This was back in 2014. It was not that long ago. He has been calling her out of like, what are you doing? Because as soon as you made it big, you forgot we the people over here too. It's true. Shout out to Edward James. He's like really, and you know how Edward James, if you followed Edward James' career, he's been all about upbringing the Latino community, everybody, and really helping out the community. That's what he's been about and recognizing that. But he did call her out. He did call her out. And he even attended her first wedding to Ohani Noah. That's how close they were because they had just been, they had finished filming Selena. He attended her first wedding. So they were pretty close. But he said that she's forgotten. She's forgotten about being Latina. Yeah. It's only convenient to her when she wants the people and when she wants something from the people. Yeah. That's what I'm going to say about that. Hey, Grape Tea, you said, I think the entertainment industry publicists push people to go to certain parties and events. Some go willingly, but many don't. This is why so many A-listers leave LA and New York so they can't attend. I was thinking about that because they do know. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Like, it seems like there's a lot of them. Like, a lot of Hollywood people don't live in Hollywood, right? Y'all know that. They don't live in Hollywood. They stay away from that area, and because that's what they do. Oh my gosh, hurry up. Why are you checking? So this thing is taking so long. Hopefully it still has a lot of restrictions. Let's see. Maybe I could play some clips. Hopefully it don't take me down. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. So let me tell you guys. Now hold up. Let me finish for those that are coming through just right now. And then we're going to go to this Tubi documentary that I was able to re-edit and repurpose. There were some clips I want to talk about. I'm going to upload the Tubi document and do commentary later on, but I'm waiting for it to do the YouTube checks in the background. For those that are creators, you know that if you don't do the checks, the shit can get taken down. You get a strike or a copyright claim, so I have to be careful. Okay, so for those that are coming through, we have another lawsuit from a woman who really is I would say 2024 recent victim for sure of Diddy. She is filing her lawsuits and essentially is saying that, Diddy has assaulted her and drugged her and that he has continued to harass her. What is it? Even through July 2024, just 2 months ago, that he has continued to harass her. Oh, yes. All right. We have no issues. Yes. Yes, Linda. Yes. We're going to watch some of it. Okay. So he has continued to harass her. The woman says she fears for her safety during this time, having witnessed Diddy slapped and abuse other women. She also alleged he found some way to track her location and monitor her conversations. Now, that is what has happened. She claims Diddy continued to contact her to this day, attempting to control her and intimidate her. The woman says she suffers from trauma, financial injury, and there is an unspecified amount of damages that they're looking for. We've reached out to Diddy's rep for comment. So far, no comment. So there's been no comment. I'm wondering about what this attorney is going to say about this. So everybody's aware. This is what the latest is. We have another lawsuit. Another one. DJ said what?
Another one.
That's what he said. All right, y'all. Now, let me get to this. I'm so excited about this because it took me a minute to figure out how to get around the checks. And we got them. All right. So Tubi released a documentary. All right. We're going to watch some of it here, just a little bit, but I'm going to upload this and premiere it live for everybody. The sound quality of this documentary, please note, it's not that great because, there was something wrong with my mic. So please note that, but you'll be able to hear me. I do apologize for that. So I was able to grab a couple of screens for this. And so, by the way, Stevie J is interviewed. Stevie J talked about the fact that he was in the raids when the raids happened. All right. Hold up. So let's get into it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments in the chat. Support your channel by hitting the like button. All right, here we go. Y'all let me know your thoughts.
Guys jumped out. You know what I'm saying? Guns up and aimed. Get up, get on the fucking ground. Drop your fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm here by myself. You know, I didn't ask too many questions. I've seen quite a lot of things, but none with the excessive force of this right here.
So Stevie J clearly was at these raids when this happened. I didn't know this. This was news to me. But he basically says, you know, they didn't do this to, he'll say this in the clip, they didn't do this to Weinstein. They didn't do this to Epstein. Actually, they did do it to Epstein. Epstein was raided by the FBI agents. They actually sworn his private Caribbean island. That's what they did. So it's a wrong statement to make. Actually, they went over there to the island and they did what they had to do.
It's close.
Now, Harvey Weinstein was not probed for, like, they didn't do that to Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein was a whole different situation, but Epstein was raided. So Stevie J was like, listen, this was too much. That's what he, I was like, what? Okay.
Friend and producer Stevie J was at the Miami property when things got real.
Guys jumped out. You know what I'm saying? Guns up and aimed. Get up, get on the fucking ground. Drop your fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm here by myself. You know, I didn't ask too many questions. I've seen quite a lot of things, but none with the excessive force of this right here.
Interesting. Let me stop right here. Do you guys think that, in your opinion, no, it could be wrong, you know, it's your opinion. Doesn't matter if it's wrong or right. I'm not here to tell you your opinion is wrong. I want to know, do you guys feel like it was excessive force when it came to the raids? Again, they're searching, doing things based on what they were investigating now, knowing the charges that we have. Do you feel like this was excessive force? Okay. Keep that in mind. It's a raid. A raid is supposed to be a raid. Should they have gone the way that they did? Let me know your thoughts in the comments about that, okay?
Catherine, I love that you said this. Oh my God. I love the irony of TMZ breaking all these stories on him after all the money he gave them through the years to plant or kill stories. No such thing as loyalty. TMZ. How many stories have you been paid to put out there by the Kardashians or all these other people that are going to be looked at or are now being looked at? That's what I want to know. Catherine, shout out to you for saying this comment. Because honestly, like, now you on this opposite end, TMZ, I got a problem with, this is why I got a problem with TMZ. I really do. Yeah.
Boxes and bags of items. Both properties left in shambles.
Look at that. Now, question, how does TMZ have all this footage? These photos have not been released out about what they found, and this is why I wanted to, like, take screenshots of this apartment area and stuff like I wanted to see exactly what we were watching. Why does TMZ have this? How did they get this footage? How did they get this footage of Diddy security footage?
Now, wait a minute. Is that real security footage from Diddy? Let me go. They're saying that this is actual Diddy footage. Okay. This is Diddy security footage.
How?
So, yeah, I mean, in a raid, they're going to break down your doors because that's what they're going to do, right? Let's see. This is, I'm trying to see if we can see anything. Look at, this is one of the offices, I guess. Diddy security footage is what it looks like in there. Y'all can see that. Look at this, all this area. I mean, I've seen, this is what a raid is, a drug bust, things like that. Everything gets pulled out. You know, when they're looking into it, they're not gonna like gently look through things. You know, they're going to tear everything up. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna break doors, right? That's what a raid is. Ooh, look, we got some backpacks over here. And I need to screenshot this so I know what is this. They got a stuffed animal right here. You see that? Let me see if I can take my fair use banner here. You got the backpack.
You notice how the stuffed animal is like torn apart. There's a bunch of stuffed animals that are torn apart, different things. And what is the whole Balenciaga stuffed animal thing? They got, I don't know. I mean, I know that Diddy has younger children, and maybe that's it right there. I don't know. But I do wonder about the stuffed animals. And there's more stuffed animals in there. It's weird. A Hermes box. Y'all see that? This is all footage. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Where did TMZ get this footage? Because I had never seen it before. And I've been on Twitter for quite some time looking to see that it's something that's not AI. Because please know, everything that people are putting up there on Twitter right now, it's all fucking AI. That's why I don't even trust everything that I see in there. But this is actual security footage from Diddy's place. Women's shoes. Yes, there's a lot of women's shoes. I saw that too over there. So yeah.
I don't know if that's a condom or what the hell is some stuff right there. See if you guys can't see my mouse. Maybe you can. It's like right there. Yeah, I mean, they left it a mess. You can see the shoes very well organized on this side. Yeah, it's a mess. There's a high heel right there. Okay. I mean, these are the rooms. Like I said, I'm going very... See all those blue stuffed animals right there? Are those slippers? Probably. See all these shoes, all those high heels right there. They look like Uggs right there. Nike shoes. I'm looking, I mean, they went through this. It's somebody's closet, clearly. Look at, they messed up somebody's closet. Whose ever area of the house this is, clearly.
Let me say this though, they didn't take all the clothes out of the closet. There's still clothes hung up. I mean, if I was raiding and I'm home, I would have busted the windows. I would have torn up the mirrors and taken out the clothes. I would have done that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if I have a warrant, I can do that. I think it was all for show, and he's actually an informant. I have a hard time believing that he'll do time. He'll either get over a technicality like Bill Cosby, or he'll be Epstein. You know what though, Monica, people have said this too. Like they have felt that he was an informant all along too. Oh my god, that looks like a kid's room. Telling you, man. I'm telling you. So this video, y'all can see I gave commentary, and YouTube gave us the blessing to upload it. So I'm able to upload it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to premiere it later on, so you guys can come back and watch the whole thing. This thing is literally an hour. They let me upload and give commentary to an hour of a Tubi video. Thank God, because I thought I was gonna have to take it down. But let's watch a little bit of it, and then that way you guys can get a little preview of what all this was about. It's not the whole video, it's only clips of it with my commentary.
Whoa. Okay. So you got a little safe right there, a fire extinguisher, some kind of a book there. Look at the floor. Now, is that, I don't know if that's ammo or what is that exactly? Little fridge. Maybe it's a lighter in the bottom. I'm not really sure. Yeah. They pulled out TVs from the back. They're checking everything. I mean, listen, I've seen people, they're lucky the TV is still intact to this, because it doesn't always happen. But this is like the security footage that is being shown. I've never seen these images before, so I'm glad that I'm showing them here. Look at all the wiring, right? Between Wi-Fi, electronics, maybe different security systems. I mean, it's a big mansion. You could see that there.
They didn't do this to Harvey.
No, Steeler Princess, you're not blocked, love. Shout out to you, love. I see you. Y'all are not blocked. People are saying they're blocked. You're not blocked. I love you. You're good. Y'all good. It's Tubi. You said, yeah, it's still up there. I will. Yeah, I mean, it's up because I was not going to give commentary. I was like, I don't like, first of all, I don't like Tubi. I really don't. I really don't. But I was able to pull some of it. And the reason why I watched it, because somebody told me, like, Rabbit, don't sleep on Tubi. Stevie J's talking in Tubi. So I said, well, let me go figure out what this clown is saying on Tubi. You guys should hear what he has to say.
Weinstein, right?
Now, Stevie J, you're right. They didn't do this to Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein did not have a raid. There was nothing like that, right? They did do this to Epstein, though. So keep that in mind. They did this to Epstein. Yes, they did.
They didn't do this like this to Epstein, right?
Diddy's lawyer called the...
And let me show you guys that article. You know, I'm going to show you receipts, of course. Epstein, FBI agent sworn Jeffrey Epstein's private Caribbean island. We were just trying to look at pretty fish, and here we are in the middle of an FBI raid, and Kelly Quinn, the owner of Salty Dog Sales. So everybody, I mean, they had the whole island upside down. So yes, there's definitely an FBI raid. So if somebody's being looked at for these crimes, you better believe they're going to be raiding, okay? They're going to be looking at everything, which honestly, this is sex trafficking, guys. We want them to do their due diligence when it comes to things like this. No stone unturned. Here's another freeze frame of these raids and the images. Y'all can see. If you guys see anything, let me know. Just more security footage.
Raids a gross
Look at the safe.
overuse of military level force and a witch hunt.
Ooh, look at all this. I wonder, I mean, were they just looking for tapes? What else were they looking for?
Officers with guns drawn and pointed toward Justin and his brother King. Misa called it overzealous and deplorable.
It's hard for me to imagine that had this been many other celebrities, particularly white celebrities, that their children would have been in handcuffs and they would have been forced to stare down the barrel of guns and seen armored tanks. It just seemed like a lot for a raid of a music producer.
Okay, but he's not just a music producer. Like, I'm gonna need people to stop making, like, just minimizing who Diddy is. He's not just a music producer, you guys. He's not, okay? We're gonna have to start speaking in a language where it's inclusive to the things that we know are or have been put out there about.
Thank you, Monica. Just investigate the man. This is not. He is not just a music producer. Even everybody can agree to that. He's not just a music producer. It's a raid is a raid. A drug bust is a drug bust. They're going to come in there. They're not going to be like, hi, we believe we got this little judge thing right here, this little piece of paper that says that, we got permission to look in your, do you want us to come back later and then come back and then what? Miss Amber says, hey, y'all. Yes, Diddy got problems, but freedom ain't one. Haha, he's done. Now I'm ready to him to flip. We're all ready for it, right, Miss Amber? We all want him to flip on the friends. We're waiting. We're waiting. People die from raids on the wrong house. That's very true. Very true. We have to be very careful, but I personally don't feel like Diddy's not just some music producer and this was excessive force. No way.
The years of allegations, okay? The track record, the celebrity connections, politician connections, preacher connections. So this is not just any little old raid or anything like that. Guys, this was a sex trafficking probe, and this is Homeland Security, FBI, these officials. They're going to come in there and they're going to turn your house upside down. They have probable cause to do so. So no, this is not just like a music producer. I hate how we use this language to minimize. Who the hell are we talking about? Just my opinion.
You have to remember that Diddy has been in trouble on some weapons violations in the past. He has security.
Yes.
These are vast compounds with multiple.
There was evidence, significant evidence. Diddy was involved in sex trafficking, sexual assault, and soliciting and distributing illegal narcotics
Yes, he was.
and firearms. And that's why the search warrants were signed.
I mean, I believe it. Isn't that why it was signed? That's what I thought.
People don't like to go after a powerful person unless they're sure they will be victorious. Because if you go after a powerful person and it doesn't work out, as Omar from The Wire said, you come for the king, you best not miss. And people don't want to miss, because if you miss, that means you're shut out of the music industry. You might be shut out of Hollywood. You might lose opportunities. And based on some of these rumors, your car might blow up in your driveway.
It's true. That's true. So anybody speaking up, right? Like, I would be scared. I would be worried about them. Hell, even giving commentary sometimes, you just never.
Yes, Russell. Unless someone is squeaky clean, they can't really say they stand for truth, because the second they do, social media and those in the know start usually digging up their skeletons. I would agree with that. At the same time, I also can tell you that one of my skeletons is not human trafficking, sex trafficking, or anything like that. There's a difference for sure. Shout out to you though. Is it Belen? Belen Alcantar, welcome. Shout out to you, Belen. Thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to Belen.
No.
Cassie claimed Diddy was often violent, forced her to carry a gun in her purse. She says in 2012, Diddy became enraged when he heard about a brief relationship she had with rapper Kid Cudi during a rough patch with Diddy. Diddy threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Kid Cudi confirmed his car had been blown up in his driveway.
Remember that?
In 2015, Cassie claims a severely intoxicated Diddy dangled one of her friends off a 17th floor hotel balcony.
The complaint going on to accuse Combs of uncontrollable rage, alleging that he often punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on her, then allegedly used his money to hide evidence of abuse, including putting Ventura up in a hotel for days to heal.
Cassie described one violent incident where Diddy stomped on her face repeatedly, causing her to bleed profusely. She says Diddy's head of security tried to step in, but he was unsuccessful.
From wild sex parties to sex workers, the allegations against this music mogul are shocking.
At one point also, she said that he would force her to interact sexually with escorts.
Has Vanilla Ice said anything? Okay, I thought Vanilla Ice was Suge. Was it Diddy or was it Suge? I'm pretty sure it was Suge who threatened Vanilla Ice. I know Suge is doing a bunch of interviews. Can you guys ask Suge about that? What happened with Vanilla Ice? I'm pretty sure it was Suge and it wasn't Diddy. Let me know.
And he would watch himself and enjoy himself and pleasure himself while watching her. They were called freak-offs. Very interesting term.
Now, what did Jonathan Audie say, guys?
What did Jonathan Audie
made that
say?
Statement back in what, 2019?
What did he say about the freak-offs?
2018 or something like that. Way before the Cassie lawsuit. That's what happened.
I've never witnessed that type of behavior. I don't know what a man do in his bedroom or nothing like that. They was rocking together.
Okay.
From what I know.
This man, hold up, Stevie J.
At one point also,
did y'all see Stevie J? I don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing. Oh my God. I cannot. I'm so glad I got Stevie J here because I'm about to put this up on YouTube so everybody can watch, okay?
Never witnessed that type of behavior.
I never witnessed that type of behavior. I'm going to need the body language experts to review this because my rabbit senses is saying that that's a motherfucking lie, Stevie J. That's a lie. I mean, look at it. Look at him. That's a damn Mighty Mouse lie right there. It is. You could tell.
I don't know what a man do in his bedroom or nothing like that.
Just lies too much. Lies too much.
They was rocking together.
Hold up. And then he raises his hands. They were rocking together. I'm no expert. I'm no body language expert. But to me, you put your hands up there and you shaking your head. You trying to disassociate yourself from that allegation, which means you lying. Okay? I've seen what these body expert commentators say. When you go like this, okay? Like this. Hold up. You go like this, you are trying to disassociate yourself from that. It's going like this. That's disassociation. So I know, sir, that you're lying. You're lying, Stevie J. You're lying.
From what I know, all I know is they both was rock stars, living their best life in a relationship.
Cassie claims she only participated in those freak-off encounters.
They were both rock stars in a relationship.
Suddenly, it was like everyone was just coming out of the woodwork.
I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did.
When Cassie found the strength to use her voice and speak.
Former security guard says, I was sick. Mm-hmm. People speaking out all over.
Speak her truth. It gave other people the courage to do the same. And I think that's also just kind of how this reckoning came to be. If one person has a power and has the ability to be honest and tell their story, then it allows other people to do the same.
In fact, at least 3 other women came forward and filed lawsuits. Joy Dickerson-Neal claimed Diddy drugged and sexually assaulted her 33 years ago and secretly recorded the encounter and then shared it with others. Liza Gardner claimed Diddy
now secretly recorded it, just like Talia Graves. Okay?
Diddy raped her and a friend in 1990. And another woman who refused to be named claimed Diddy and 2 other men gang raped her when she was just 17.
Diddy is now facing another very serious lawsuit. And, you know, this all started with the Cassie lawsuit. And then there were 2 more accusers. An anonymous accuser, as a Jane Doe, filed it in federal court today. And her allegation goes back to 2003. On February 26, 2024, yet another lawsuit was filed against Diddy. This one from Rodney Lil Rod Jones, one of Diddy's former producers and videographers. And the allegations were even more shocking.
Everybody's telling me what he's allegedly capable of. And, you know, it's very scary for myself, and, you know, it has me worried about my kids and, you know, just sleeping with anxiety and different things like that. So just moving forward, just want to pause on everything until we know that it's clear and safe for me to come back outside of work.
Anyone out there watching, this is not about his sexuality. That has been a big focus highlighted everywhere.
I think that Puffy.
I really like that Aubrey O'Day said this.
Yes.
Because to me, that's been the theme of this. It's like, it doesn't matter. You know, people want to shame him for his sexuality. Nobody gives a shit about that. It's this abuse of power that he's done and the trafficking.
Not man enough to come out and simply say he's bisexual.
Bisexual, black male, sex cult.
Do you want to know what the judicial system cares about? Crimes. They don't care if a man has sex with a man, a woman, or 18 women. And I believe in the justice system. And the justice system doesn't rate anyone's home over their sexuality.
NBC's learning producer accusing Diddy of sexual assault and harassment is also accusing actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Now he's saying Gooding groped and fondled him while they were on Combs' yacht.
His case got more holes than a Jamaican shirt.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Stevie J, okay.
Little Rod is a fraud, man. You know, he don't got no legs to stand on. This is merely an extortion attempt. by him and his lawyer. That's all I can say.
Diddy attorney Sean Hawley told TMZ in a statement, Lil Ron.
Sean Hawley, isn't that the lady that also defended Danny Masterson? Sean Hawley? One of the many attorneys that defended Danny Masterson. That's who Sean Hawley is.
Todd is nothing more than a liar who filed a $30 million lawsuit shamelessly looking for an undeserved payday. His reckless name dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines. In fact, TMZ has learned there are some big problems with Rodney Jones' lawsuit. For one,
Maya's like, Maya, by the way, I'm gonna play this whole video. It's because YouTube gave me permission. I'm so happy about that. So it's gonna be this commentary video is gonna be separate. It'll premiere later on today. But it says, I love how Rabbit is munching on. I'm munching on ice, girl. I really am. I am. I'm agreeing with myself, and sometimes I'm not. This video that I did, this was last night, and it clearly there was like a sound issue that I didn't even check, and I refused to re-record it because this took me it took me a long time to edit and make sure that it passed. I am agree. Yes, Rabbit. Yes, Rabbit. Now sometimes I tell myself to shut up. All right, you talking too much. Shut up. Move on. That's what I do. I do agree with myself sometimes. I do.
it was filed by an attorney named Tyrone Blackburn, who is under the microscope of a federal disciplinary committee in New York.
I love this part.
Oh, Tyrone. They're calling, TMZ's calling out Tyrone Harvey. What are you doing? Listen, we've been calling out Tyrone for quite some time. Tyrone! Little Rod, you should have gotten a different attorney. Everybody, let me tell you guys something, okay? And I've been saying this before, okay? The cases that he has picked up, he has not done right by the victims. Ask Tiny and T.I.'s victims that he and Sabrina Peterson were collecting. I've been saying that. I did a whole video on it. It's in the description box. Check it out. Okay? I love how
BJ, TMZ is calling out Tyrone in this video, by the way, which will be uploaded later. TMZ is mad at Tyrone. They literally gave him like 2 minutes of airtime airing him out. They did that. They did that. It was hilarious.
us little people over here, we were noticing some concerns about how he was handling the Tiny and T.I. situation. And then 3 years later, here we are. He's still being called out for the bullshit that he does. Okay? Crazy. But whatever. You guys keep going to Tyrone Blackburn. I'm telling you, this man just likes that notoriety. He's not, I'm sorry, he's not for the victims.
A judge who ordered that committee to look into Blackburn's tactics said the lawyer had shown a pattern of filing, and this is a quote, cases in federal court to garner media attention, embarrass defendants with salacious allegations, and pressure defendants to settle quickly.
Yes, that's what was said. We read that. Tyrone, let me tell you, when Tiny and T.I., he had just started. He had won one case, and I believe it was against something, and man, don't even quote me on that. He had won one case, and he was able to open his little law firm. The man had just started. And I thought, well, I remember when the Tiny T.I. was happening, all that I forgot, I was talking to a lawyer, and one of the lawyer friends that I had was saying, I really hope that Tyrone gets some support, because if you're going, after Tiny and T.I. and all that other stuff, and the lawyers that they hire, like, you're gonna need someone to help you, because you're starting out. And that's not shade on him. I mean, when you're starting out, you're starting out. I would have gotten some help, because I want not only to be, successful on the case, but make sure that I'm doing well by the victims that I'm representing. Tyrone has not. So now he's being called out by TMZ. Listen, I wasn't gonna watch Tubi because I don't watch Tubi like that, but I must say I'm a little impressed by this segment of TMZ Presents. Honestly, I really am.
West Coast, thank you for renewing your membership. Love, shout out to you. Thank you for supporting my channel. Everybody that's been supporting my channel, do me a favor, guys. Please hit the like button, please, and thank you. Sorry, y'all. I'm laughing because shout out to BJ Investigates in the chat. I'm laughing because it's like, I just can't believe that this is the part that surprised me. And I was watching this. I said, no, not TMZ calling out Tyrone Blackburn. And, you know, that must not feel very good for Tyrone. But he's also not, like I said, he hasn't gotten his shit together. So nobody called Tyrone at this point. I have to tell you, he hasn't done right by the victims. He's got a track record.
Another big problem, Jones included in the lawsuit a screen grab
watch
he
this.
claimed was Diddy's producer and close friend Stevie J having sex with another man. But apparently, it wasn't Stevie J.
So that wasn't Stevie J, because you guys remember Tyrone Blackburn, when he files his little lawsuits, he's like, what is it, the Dr. Seuss, because he likes to, include like photos, right? And let me tell you, when I was a little kid, I like photos with my books.
I did.
I really did. To help me with attention. I've never, ever seen a lawsuit. I still remember when I saw Tiny and T.I. I don't even think the Tiny T.I. lawsuit had pictures. These are the lawsuits that I've seen pictures in. I totally weird to put pictures on a lawsuit. I'm just gonna say that. So Gloria Allred's lawsuit doesn't have pictures, and they're still able to demonstrate and write a really good lawsuit. Like that lawsuit for Talia Grace was very well written. I understood it, and I mean, even somebody who, is not a lawyer can understand it. So I appreciate that lawsuit. But the lawsuit that Tyrone Blackburn has, he added pictures, and I remember the picture that they just showed. They're saying that that's not Stevie J. So of course Stevie J's got a bone to pick. Like, he's gonna drag Little Rod and say that's not me. And it makes you wonder how and why did Little Rod have that picture? Like, who gave it to him? It is crazy, but okay.
The photo is definitely not myself,
Oh, I'm so glad I watched this. All right, y'all remember this? Let me. I probably shouldn't even show this, but this is a pair.
Yeah, that was the picture in the lawsuit. That was the picture, and it was said that was Stevie J. Okay, so watch what Stevie J says.
It was said that this is Stevie J. Do we know for a fact? What if it's somebody else? And for whatever reason, Little Rod thought it was Stevie J, and so they added that to the lawsuit. The reason why they wrote the lawsuit that way is because they wanted media attention. Otherwise, why would you include stuff like this? There's no reason to do that, you guys. No need whatsoever. No need.
You know what I'm saying? This lie's been ongoing for a long time. A guy from the LGBT community, a porn star, he raised his hand. He said, that's my dirty work. That ain't my work. That's cool.
What? See, that's new to me. Oh my God. Tyrone, somebody call Tyrone and tell Tyrone he needs to correct this right here. Tyrone, somebody call Tyrone. Somebody call Tyrone, please.
Cool if dudes do that, but that's not my thing. I like to embrace a nice woman that, I was.
Oh, Stevie J is still trash for this. I'm just saying, like, Stevie J is trash. But what the hell? I mean, if somebody puts a picture on a lawsuit and they say, it's you and it's not you, and I don't know if it's him or not, this is what Stevie J is saying. But then you have the person from the industry that's saying, it's me. Like, I would feel some type of way. I would feel like I have a defamation lawsuit in my hands. or I'm gonna come after you and yours for quite some time for that. Yes, I am.
Doesn't matter.
All right, guys. I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna premiere it maybe in about 30 minutes. So y'all just wait. I gotta get a thumbnail ready for that. That was a little bit of my reaction to the Tubi documentary. And it's only clips. And thank God YouTube gave us their blessing to play it. You have cookies. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you're gonna call Tyrone, call him. Don't call Tyrone. Tyrone, you need to correct the record. Is that Stevie J or not? How'd you get that picture? Is that really? Now you fully invested? See, somebody, shout out to the person who said, Rabbit, don't sleep on that Tubi doc. I said, I don't like Tubi. They said, no, you got to watch because Stevie J is talking and he's correcting the record for Tyrone. I said, oh, Lord, let me run over there and go watch it. And it's free. So Tubi's free. But at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of Tubi. I think Tubi's trash. I really do. So I took one for the team. I really did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Cheryl. Like, you imagine at the same time, it's like, this is like, come on, Stevie J. Your kids have to watch this, but what about the victims and their own children and everything else? So I don't know what to say. So I'm going to premiere it in about 20 minutes. Let me get it together. It's already approved. And I'm going to put a thumbnail on it and it'll be a live chat. So you guys head over there, okay? But I'm going to let you guys go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please hit the like button. Support my channel. Please and thank you. We've been working overtime over here to bring the news to the people, okay? I will see you guys in a little bit on a pre-recorded live chat. Bye, guys. Shout out to you guys again for supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you guys. Bye.